say the Columbia. Oh, you would say it better than me. God.
It was the 2013 Black Gay Pride weekend. Yeah. For this past weekend. It was the weekend of the 16th and the 17th, if I'm not mistaken, of June. And so I first found out that we actually had a Black Pride here in South Carolina. I first found out about it last year, and I technically had planned to go last year, but I didn't end up going, and I was probably working or something of that nature. I don't know. I just felt no need to go because I thought it was going to be whack. And so this year came along, and so two guys that I watch on YouTube, their YouTube show is called The Morning Wood Show. You can check them out on YouTube, youtube.com/Morning Wood Show, I believe. I don't think there's a the in the actual URL, but they released this video, and at the beginning of the video, they said that they were coming down to South Carolina for our Black Gay Pride. When I tell you, my mouth dropped. Like, what? Because they're from DC. Richie Sky, he is a DJ. He DJ'd for the Inferno event in Puerto Rico, and he also he will be DJing for the Inferno event in the Dominican Republic. But well-known DJ in the DMV area. Oh. Also, DeMar Maurice Bouvier. He is a singer. I love his voice. He gives you a little bit of John Legend, but he still sounds like himself at the same time. But anyways, they have a YouTube video. They have a YouTube show. They're from the DC area, and they announced that they were coming down to South Carolina for our Black Gay Pride, and so I was like, okay. So I've been watching them for a couple of months. Interacting with them on social media, on Twitter. At that time, I was out on Instagram just yet, but I was interacting with them on Twitter, retweeting. They kind of had an idea of who I was or whatever the case may be. So I decided, well, let me go ahead and take off work, you know what I'm saying, so I can meet them at least on my intentions were just to go to the expo, which happened on, actually, it was the 22nd. I'm sorry, I think I said the 16th. It was the 22nd, which was last Saturday. And so that was just my only intention. I had no idea what was going to go on at all. But yeah, so we ended up going on Friday night to an all-male man-to-man experience, some shindig that they were having at the Sheraton downtown Columbia on Main Street. And so we went there. I wasn't sure how it was going to be. I got a little bit liquored up beforehand.
And I was a little nervous because I'm a lady and the thing said all male.
What do you mean you were nervous?
I was a little nervous.
Nervous about what?
It said all male.
What, you thought they were going to let you in?
They'll be like, stop it. You're a lady. Don't come in here.
So if that was the case, then they would have just put it on the flyer.
No, that is allowed.
Just like they do that for the Black Diamonds. Ladies only.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. So if that was the case, they going to tell you, ain't no women involved, ain't no ladies gonna come up in this thing. So anyway, so we went to the Sheraton for the little shindig or whatever. It was it was whack. The DJ kinda wasn't too good.
I wouldn't say kinda.
No, well yeah, he wasn't too good. He was playing a lot of like early 2000, mid 2000 stuff that really nobody wanted to hear, to be honest. I mean, I understand if you're going, a lot of, like, best DJs I heard was down in Miami. Like, they went through their little 90s phase, then they went to,
yes,
then
they move on to another phase.
You go here, you go there.
Stick with the
motif. We heard everything while we was down in Miami. We heard a little bit. He did a little Whitney Houston trip. There's a boy. I know, like, everybody went off, like, that was the best experience I've ever had in a club, and it was so consistent.
That's a good DJ.
But the DJ who was there, and I'm not saying that we're supposed to have the most amazing DJ for our little guy. This is only the 8th year that they've had it, this past year in 2013. So I'm not saying that we're supposed to have the most amazing DJ, but it just wasn't acceptable. Like, we got there, around 10:30-ish, something like that. And we left around 1.
It was.
We left around 1 because he didn't. No, we left around 1 because he didn't start playing good stuff until 12:30. We left Art Bar around 2.
Ew.
I think. Cause I was looking at my phone the whole time.
That'll let you know it wasn't a good party.
I was bored. Like, he did not play no good stuff until 12:30 on the freaking dot, and that's when he started playing some stuff that was a little bit more current.
That's the only thing
he played
looking
the
for.
freaking wobble
3,000 times.
Literally, he played it 3 times. Like, who?
And the
does
biker
that?
shuffle like 5 more.
I was not here for it, but luckily, luckily, Richie Scott and DeMar Maurice Bouvier, they actually came to the little thing that they had at the Sheraton Hotel, and they also brought their assistants with them as well. They were totally cool, and I really enjoyed them being there. Although it wasn't the best, I really enjoyed them being there.
And I'm very surprised that they stayed the whole time.
Well, I think they just wanted to kind of have the whole experience, and I think that was just more than being nice about the situation.
Okay.
I think that's what it was.
Because if it was Jennifer, guest Jennifer, coming to you, I'm like, Jonathan, we need to bust this joint.
But yeah, it was just like, so like we ended up going to the art bar around 1 o'clock, had a good time there.
Very good time.
Met up with a couple co-workers and their friends, and it was cool. And and I showed Vanessa a picture of those pictures that we took in art bar. She knows their friends. She went to high school with them. She was like, I was like, did I?
Here we go again.
Yeah. Hopefully they weren't in the closet. Anyways, but yeah, we had fun at the art bar. And
always.
And then the next night, the next day, they had the expo. So I wasn't sure what to expect at the expo. So shout out to my best friend Vanessa. She came with me. She accompanied me to the expo. It was scheduled to be from 2 to 6. And I had no idea what was going to happen during the expo. I didn't know what we were going to be doing. I knew they were going to have vendors, so I knew people were going to be selling stuff, and they were doing a lot of HIV prevention. I didn't go to any of the tables, so I have no idea what they were doing. But I know. Well, it was as most Pride events will have. There's a lot going on for HIV prevention, knowing your status, things of that nature. Get tested, guys. If you do not know your status, it's better to know than to not know and be spreading everything around town, honey. But yeah, I knew they were gonna have vendors, but I didn't know exactly what we would be doing. I thought we'd just be walking around to the different vendors, because I've never been to the Black Expo that they do down here. But they have entertainment. But I didn't think that we would have entertainment for our expo. But when we first got there, me and Vanessa, we got there like 2 hours late. Like, we got there around 4 or whatever. Because I honestly told her, I was like, well, I don't think we're gonna be here more than 20 minutes. So like, I just wanted to go there, say hey to Richie and DeMar, and freaking bounce. And that was it, because it was free anyway. So just come and go. That's what I was planning on doing. But when we got there, first where we saw was DeMar. He was, gave us daps, whatever. And there were some drag queens that were performing, and so they had a stage set up. They were all from South Carolina. They had a stage set up. You know some drag queens from South Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Anyway, so they had the stage set up. They had a couple seats, whatever. And so we sat down. We saw there were like 6 of them there. Most of them were really, really entertaining, with the exception of maybe 2 of them who were a little bit dry, a little bit boring. All those who were walking.
What made them boring?
And looking, they weren't doing anything that was entertaining. They weren't entertaining us. Like, for instance, one girl, she had this little get up, like she had on a bodysuit. She had this real cute Afro puff. She had on her boots or whatever, and she was dancing. She was using the entire stage.
Entertainment.
She did like a little cartwheel off the stage, went on down the aisle, and she was working the audience. There was the main chick, I can't remember, and I wish I knew their names, but the main chick who was there, she had this another bodysuit or whatever. She wasn't doing as much moving because that girl, she was dancing. She was thick.
I know exactly what it is.
And she had this huge hat. And It was, but she was working it. The hat was like kind of bouncy, so she was just, doing a little frisbee thing. She was doing a little. She was working the crowd. She had me and Vanessa smiling like she was doing it. She was doing a great job, and she was entertaining me. The other two girls the two girls that really weren't as entertaining, they were just walking around and just lipping to. It's like, give me something.
Just lip syncing
that I want to see,
and nothing going on.
Like what? Like it really wasn't entertaining, but like the other two girls, the main other girls, they were really, really entertaining. Then they had this rapper get up there. Here's the thing about that, like, I understand, we really want to support local artists.
It would be nice.
But the problem with that is when people don't know you, it's really hard for us to get involved into your performance. It's really hard for us to kind of be not dead. And so I kind of felt bad for him because nobody knew who he was and nobody really knew any of his music or anything of that nature. And so when he first came out, he started doing some really well-known old school hip-hop stuff. And so at first I was like, does he have any music of his own? But then, like, the day after, I got to thinking about it. It's like, well, that was very smart for him to do that because, you want to kind of get the crowd involved. So, like, let's pull them in. And then when I start doing my music, then, I would not have lost them already. Exactly. Because if he had come out with his own material, we would have been like, what is he doing?
It's time to go to McDonald's.
We were still kind of like that when he was doing his material, but I like the way he set it up so that he had the best possibility of us being interested in what he was doing. So he was cool. I mean, he's not no Jay-Z, he's not no Yeezy. He really didn't have much of a personality. He was a little bit boring, but I still respected his hustle or whatever. I honestly can't remember his name, but it is what it is. They had another rapper up there. Him and his girl, they were straight whack and ratchet. I wasn't here for it. They were just acting out. They was acting the fool. And then they had this guy who was selling his books. He kept talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. And then it was over. So the best part about it were the drag queens that we saw when we first got there. Apparently they had like some mimers and some dancers. They had a dance team there before we got there. So we missed the majority of the entertainment. Yeah. And so
mimers from church?
Yeah. Because DeMar was talking about it later on. They were saying who was there before, and they were, he was like, when we first got here, they was taking us to church this morning, so they had mimers from a church.
That's beautiful.
I don't know what church they were from, but that was cool.
Beautiful.
But then later that night we went to Pure. I was really surprised when they said that they were going to Pure because Pure is really not known to host us. But that was the same night that T.I. was at the... No, not really.
Well, you're right. It's not like they have, it's all gay party.
Come ever. I've never heard of that.
You're right.
And so that was the same night that T.I. was at the soundstage. So that's pretty much what the soundstage is across the tracks from Benedict. It's been Club 1800.
Oh,
it's been Club this. It's
gotcha.
had like 1 million names in the last 3 years.
And where many people has been shot.
So I mean, that's where T.I. was. And I was talking to Vanessa about it today. Like, I don't know anybody who was there. I haven't seen any pictures on Facebook of T.I. being there last week. I haven't heard anybody talk about it, so I don't know. But anyways, we went to Pure. It was cute for what it was. I think if we had gotten there a little bit earlier, it might have been a little bit better because we got there around 1, and some people were leaving when we got there.
Most parties get
around
going
12.
Around 12.
We got there 1:15, 1:30, something like that. At the end of the night.
But who leaves a party that early though?
They was leaving. Anyways, but Pure was cute. Shout out to DeMar Murray's movie, yay, and shout out to Richie Scoffer and their friends for coming down to DC from DC to South Carolina Pride. It'll be awesome if they are invited again next year. Because I told Richie at the first party on Friday night, I told him, like, if y'all were not coming, I was not going to be participating at all.
Really?
For what? I really feel like I had no reason, because I didn't see anybody I knew at any of the events.
You're right.
And I don't know anybody who knew about it.
Period.
So nobody knows about it. I think they've got to do a better job of getting it out there that we've actually got a gay pride. Because again, I did not know that we had one until last year, their 7th year of having it. So that's an issue. I mean, because we do have a community, we do have a South Carolina Pride, and people get really involved in that. We've got a parade and everything down Main Street, but we've got plenty of black gays in South Carolina, especially in the Columbia area, but nobody knows about our Black Pride events. But shout out to them.
I'm about to say something mean.
But shout out to
say it?
Go ahead and say it. I'm sure it's not that mean.
I said maybe they might need to, advertise at the churches.
How does that mean?
Does that mean?
And why would they do? They're not going to do that.
But they should. That's where they at. You can't go wrong with having a little Jesus in your life.
That's so true, Jennifer. It's so true. Anyways, so yeah, thanks guys for coming down to our little pride, whatever. They will be participating in Charlotte Pride, the Charlotte Black Pride, next month, sometime in July. It's like in the middle. It's the middle weekend of July. Like, I looked up their stuff, and so they have they have events starting on Monday, going through Sunday. Charlotte Black Gay Pride.
Oh, okay.
They have events going out through the entire week. Like, they have a skate night. They have some type of like a meet and greet. They're having service on Sunday morning, things of that nature. Nobody that I know, but the Morning Wood Show will be there. They still do not know what event they will be participating in, so I'll be waiting for that. But I think I'm going to go. The only thing is I couldn't find where any of their parties were. So
yeah. But just as you saw at the expo, they'll just tell you right there whenever you come to.
But I don't want to go. But I don't want to like not know what's going on before I get there. But that's just me. Because for South Carolina Pride, like, they had it on everything where the party was going to be, what they were doing during the day, and what they were doing at night. And so I went to the website for the Charlotte Gay Pride, and all they had were their day events. They didn't have anything for their evening parties. So. Who knows? I'm sure the guys will know when they find out what event they'll actually be hosting or what event they're actually being asked to be a part of. All they know is that they're going to be there.
If we got invited to anybody's gay pride, do you think they'll just invite you?
No. That would be stupid.
It would be?
Yeah. So.
All right.
That was our little spiel or whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like our videos, make sure to press the thumbs up button. If you have your thoughts on your local gay pride, or were you there for our gay pride and we just did not know? Child?
That's a good question.
I mean, so let us know in the comment box below.
Make sure to subscribe.
If you like the videos, make sure you subscribe. We've got a couple videos up at this time, like 6 or 7 of them for now. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to contact us on social media, I'm on Facebook, of course, Jonathan Lee. I'm on Twitter, JLee07, and now I am on Instagram as of was it last Thursday? No, the Thursday before. So it's officially been almost 2 weeks that I've been on Instagram, JoJo_3020.
Yay! Finally.
I don't use Keek anymore. Keek is so dead. I don't know. Yeah.
I think I felt something in the atmosphere about Keek.
Whatever.
Anyway, of course, on Facebook you'll find me at Jennifer Star with 2 R's M. And on Twitter you'll find me at JayStrrBright. That is JStar Bright. And you'll find me at the same for Instagram. I thoroughly enjoy it. Think you will too. Thank you so much once again for watching. We love you. And have a great evening. God bless.